We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
Hunter Biden guilty. Terrorists apprehended in the U.S. Afghanistan a safe haven for terrorists. New inflation numbers and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Hunter Biden was found guilty on all charges Tuesday in his historic criminal case focused on his purchase of a handgun in 2018. The jury deliberated for a total of 3 hours between Monday afternoon and Tuesday morning. Hunter Biden was found guilty of making a false statement in the purchase of a gun, making a false statement related to information required to be kept by a federally licensed gun dealer, and possession of a gun by a person who is an unlawful user or addicted to a controlled substance. One juror stated after the verdict that he didn't buy Hunter's story at all. 8 Tajikistan nationals with ties to ISIS were busted by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation's Joint Terrorism Task Force in 3 major cities, a federal source confirmed. The arrests took place in New York City, Los Angeles, and Philadelphia in recent days, according to the source. All 8 Tajikistan nationals crossed the U.S. southern border illegally, and according to a federal source familiar with the sting, no derogatory information was initially flagged with U.S. Customs and Border Protection or with the U.S. Department of Homeland Security during processing. The suspected terrorists were fully vetted and nothing was flagged, according to federal sources. The Coast Guard intercepted hundreds of migrants in overcrowded boats headed towards the United States over the weekend. In total, 305 people fleeing the Bahamas and Haiti were busted for unlawful maritime migration attempts during Operation Vigilant Sentry and rescued from unsafe vessels and returned to their countries. The major operation last week came on the heels of President Biden's controversial and hotly debated immigration policy enacted June 4th that bars asylum for migrants who illegally enter the U.S. by land or sea. Irregular maritime migration is unlawful and extremely dangerous, Coast Guard Enforcement Officer Lieutenant Nick Fujimoto said in a statement on Tuesday. The OVS Maritime Border Security Mission is often equal parts law enforcement and humanitarian response, especially as we enter hurricane season and marine weather becomes more severe and unpredictable. Al-Qaeda's leader in Afghanistan, Saif al-Adil, issued a call to foreign fighters around the world to migrate to Afghanistan and join the ranks of the jihadi terror group. A new report in the Foundation for the Defense of Democracy's Long War Journal highlights the call from al-Adil and is so far the clearest indication from al-Qaeda for foreigners to come to Afghanistan since the Taliban regained control of Kabul in 2021. Bill Roggio, senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies and editor of the Long War Journal, said the message officially pronounces Afghanistan as a safe haven for terrorists. Al-Qaeda is firmly ensconced in Afghanistan and has established training camps in 10 provinces, as well as religious schools, safe houses, a weapons depot, and a media operations center. Al-Qaeda is telling us it plans to use this terror infrastructure to attack the West, he warned. This was predicted by many foreign security experts following the Biden administration's disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. General Motors is trimming its expected sales and production of all-electric vehicles this year as U.S. adoption of EVs occurs slower than expected. GM Chief Financial Officer Paul Jacobson said the company now expects production of its all-electric vehicles to range from 200,000 to 250,000 this year, down from a previously announced range of 200,000 to 300,000. The company has recently said it will produce volume to match demand, which is growing more slowly than had been forecast. So at the lower end of that, and I think it reflects the momentum that we have in the business, Jacobson said Tuesday during a Deutsche Bank investor event. Jacobson said GM expects EVs to make up 8% of U.S. sales industry-wide this year. That's lower than many other auto analysts' forecasts, which expect EVs to represent around 10% of industry sales in 2024. The Consumer Price Index was unchanged in May on a seasonally adjusted basis after rising 0.3% in April, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported today. Over the last 12 months, the All Items Index increased 3.3% before seasonal adjustment. The All Items Index rose 3.3% for the 12 months ending May, a smaller increase than the 3.4% increase for the 12 months ending in April. The All Items Less Food and Energy Index rose 3.4% over the last 12 months. The Energy Index increased 3.7% for the 12 months ending May. The Food Index increased 2.1% over the last year. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.